You have gone very deeply into religion, especially Sri Chinmoy's philosophy. Uh, how much has religion influenced on your music and your becoming the greatest guitar player?
Well, whether I'm the greatest guitar player is that's that you're inferring comparisons, and how can you compare, say, myself to Julian Bream or Segovia? I mean, you can't compare because you can't compare people. So it's pointless to even try. Um, so the question really is irrelevant. But as far as the philosophy of Suchi and Moy affecting my music, it's affected my music to the extent that it's affected my life, really, and it's affected my life quite deeply. So I'm aspiring much more now. I'm aware of the necessity for perfection within myself. I'm aware of my own imperfections and of the need to transform them.
Mhm. Is your music based on some known styles? Uh,
Oh, sure, I would think so. I've been listening to all kinds of music for a very long time. You know, I mean, whatever I play is only the result of what I hear outwardly from other musicians, wherever they may come from, and from the music that I hear within.
you have changed your group a bit. You have left out woodwinds and strings and so on. Why was this?
Um, just evolution, really. Uh, I've been working with a big group for quite a long time now, almost 2 years, and so the way the music's evolving and the necessity that I feel for people to interplay with each other on stage in improvisation and freedom during the performance itself, you cannot have with a big band. I need more freedom myself. And this only works when you have musicians of a very high standard who are very familiar with each other, familiar with the music. Then you can start taking liberties and freedom.
You have given concerts without any group. And in these concerts you've been playing your guitar and explaining your music and your religion.
Who told you that?
I've read about it. Uh, are you still giving concerts like that? And are you
I've
explaining
given.
your religion in
Uh, I
concerts?
gave quite a few concerts that are not in the. No, I'm not. I don't think we never have really explained religion. How can you explain religion? You can only live religion. You can't. I'm not here to convert people or proselytize. You know, I'm only here to be and to perfect myself. Um, in in concerts that I've given, sometimes with my wife, where she sings very beautifully, and I play acoustic guitar. Also, we do music that maybe might be poetry of Suchin Moy that I put to music. Or there's another group too that I'm working with 3 Indian musicians, and that's like an East-West group. It's not like Yehudi Menu and Ravi Shankar. It's much better.
You are using the guitar synthesizer.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's new. I just got it a few days. It's only a few days old.
Hmm. Is this the
So it's
first concert you are playing it in?
no, no, but it's the first I've tried so much with. It's the first time I've tried to play more than just a little bit. You know. It's very complicated, you know, but I love it. It's incredible sound. I love the synthesizer.
How much will it change your style?
Ooh. That remains to be seen because it's very new, but you'll hear it on the new album. See, in the studio, uh, the things you can do with the synthesizer, you can, if you have a little time, you can completely change the whole tone, sound, and everything, right? On stage, for you to reset and patch a synthesizer, the audience would get bored waiting for you.
If we go back to Sri Moy,
Sure.
you've been aware of him since 1971, if I'm right.
Or even before, 1770.
Uh, how much studying and inner development did it take before you reach the point where you can call yourself Mahavishnu?
Well, I don't call myself it. He gave me the name.
Mm.
I can't presume to give myself a name. I only take the name that he gives me. You know?
How much did it take?
Oh, it varies. It varies with every disciple. You know, I mean, there's some people who've been with Sri Boy for 5 years and 6 years. They don't have a name. Some people they 6 days after they're with him, they get a name. So it's different for every person. One never knows, you know. One never knows. It's just a
Yes.
matter of you becoming inwardly part of close to him, you know.
You used to take drugs and alcohol and so on in the 60s at least. Did they help you to develop as a musician or as a human being?
Absolutely, definitely not as a musician. There's only one thing that can develop you as a musician, that's work. Work and inspiration and inner development. That's what you need. Because if you play music and you don't have any feeling in it, you know, which is inspiration, then the music's dead, really. So, as far as the drugs are concerned, absolutely not as a musician. They may have had some bearing on the way I grow up, but I doubt that, frankly. I doubt it. But even so, you see, the thing is, you know, people just take drugs indiscriminately. Now, for example, if somebody, are you familiar with like Carlos Castaneda,
Yes.
Teachings of Don Juan?
Hmm.
Yeah, right. Now you look at that. I mean, this Don Juan was his guru. I mean, it was his spiritual teacher, really. But did you notice how Don Juan forced Carlos Castaneda to pay the utmost respect to the drugs that he was to take? Do you remember? I mean, where he had to plant it, and water it, and then walk around it for a year. I mean, he had to do incredible, outrageous things. You see, now that's a different story. If you have a teacher and he says, okay, well, you can take this in a certain way, and you have complete and utter respect for that and for him, then that's fine. Okay, whatever your teacher says, fine. But people don't do that. I don't just mean young people, you know. Because look at the middle-aged people. They're taking Quaaludes and they're taking tranquilizers and they're going to shrinks. You know, they're just like crazy. They're crazy. They're taking drugs and alcohol too. Sleepers and alcohol, uppers, downers, Quaaludes. I mean, that's a complete drug civilization we're living in. You know, it's not just the pot smoker. You know, but I personally wouldn't recommend it because what happens is without direction, one ends up abusing oneself. And to abuse oneself is not right, you know.
How do you think people should listen to your music?
Without any preconceptions.